wouldn't you turn on call transfer, like enable the action for call transfer for certain keywords? So if it is an emergency or I need to talk to someone right now, I can.
Well, it's already in there. I mean, we have transferred calls now, but like my tree guy, there's basically one guy answering the phone. And, when the storms came, it was like 3:30, 4 o'clock on Sunday. By the time the sun went down, everybody and their mother was calling them. So they're riding around in the dark trying to do estimates and trying to find a way down roads that are closed. So, like, even if they tried to transfer, there just weren't some people there. So, again, I don't know what the custom values will do as far as recognizing, uh,
I don't think
taking
custom
calls
values will
back.
fix that issue. And I don't know that you can build it necessarily for that issue. I mean, you think everyday operations are probably getting maybe a handful of calls a day. Like that's the normal volume. Anytime there's a crisis, I mean, shit, everybody knows shit's going to go haywire. I don't think customers expect, unless they put someone in office and say, okay, storm came through, we know we're going to get hammered. Let's get whoever's sister or daughter or, wife in here to answer phones and we'll just be out on the road and you dispatch. Like to
Well, I
me, to
mean
me
that
that just
that
goes
that
down to
that that sounds
operation.
great, but I mean, yeah, I know plenty of guys that, don't have
Well, no,
that.
I understand that, but I don't know that voice AI is going to be able to solve for that specific problem when shit hits the fan, a tornado comes through, and you've got everybody and their mother calling to get tree service. I don't, I don't
Well, I
know
think
that.
it should be able to, if we want to call this thing a receptionist,
Hmm.
be able to recognize a repeat caller and be like, "Oh, you're calling about the status of your order. Okay, what's your order number? I'll text the team. We'll get back to you."
Well,
You know what I mean? You
when they
could
got
probably
custom
prompt that in
values,
there, but um,
when they well right now it's like when the call comes in, that entire prompt gets loaded as a system instruction.
yeah,
So when they do have the custom fields and custom values, you'll be able to put in that prompt. Here is the caller's information. That's what I do in my chats too, and says, here's
yeah.
the caller's information. And so when it that information is there, the bot knows who it's talking to. So the voice bot will be able to like understand and say, you might be just put it in his first name instead of last name, because I mean it may not even be able to may not be able to pronounce the last name, so who knows, but at least put in first name, email, phone, and whatever information you're usually going to grab. And so when all that info is there, like here's the caller's information, and then later on down in the prompt, like if it's a repeat caller or if you know the person's name, then that means it's a repeat caller, and you can go this way. Or if you know this information, don't ask for it. If you don't know the information, ask for it. That sort of thing. So those values will be like when we can put them in, it'll ask for it. It'll be fine. So
Are they
that's
going to release Are they going to release contact fields in the prompt at the
they
same time they're
said
releasing custom values?
they said custom fields, custom values. That's what first said. So I'm assuming yes, and then and then once they have custom fields, custom values, they said theoretically the bot is don't die on us, Marco. Theoretically, the bot should be able to, I think it's supposed to be able to go along into the snapshots as well. So you could build out an AI voice agent with the prompts, snapshot it, and it's going to come, so if you rubber stamp it. So if you're doing a like tree service or window guy or, you know, car detailing or whatever, everybody's going to have their little voice AI agent that will be able to do whatever with the custom values. So then all you got to do is assign a number and let it rip. So, but
I think
they
I
said it was
I
in
think what's going
QA.
to happen with the custom fields is nice. I think what's going to happen with the custom values is that you're going to see even more complaints about it not working right. And it's going to be where people are loading the living crap out of
Oh
custom
yeah,
values
yep,
and it's hallucinating the hell because there's just simply too much freaking information for it to
yeah.
process.
Somebody's going to load an entire prompt into a custom value.
I guarantee you that's what people are going to do. I Absolutely. Oh, I've got 5,000 characters. Well,
Yeah.
guess what? Custom value only takes this much. So now I can put 50,000 in
And
there.
I can put 5,000 characters in custom value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. Don't you need those in order for outbound to work? Like, can outbound work without those?
It can work without custom values. It can't work with that. Well, it can work without custom fields and custom values because you could rely on the standard fields. You know, I mean, name, phone number, address, city, like
Well,
all
no, the
that
bot.
core information is standard fields. It's not custom fields. It's standard fields.
Yeah, but
I
can
don't
it
know if they'll
recognize them? I mean, they can update them, but can it actually?
Yeah, right now, even on an outbound,
right now it won't.
Yeah. So,
yeah,
they're gonna have to do something if they want to get there.
Yeah.
yep.
I
Hey,
don't
one
think
other
they're
thing
in
too,
I
just
don't
on
think they're in a
like
huge
anybody,
rush.
um,
Well, it is a rush because the landscape's moving fast on this. Like,
Yeah, but I don't so high level is going to take a totally different approach to outbound as what most providers out there are going to take. They are going to keep it on a very tight leash.
Oh, for
Promise
sure.
you. It is not going to be like every other outbound AI out market where you can pretty much do whatever the hell you want with it.
you're not
It
gonna be
is
able to cold call out of it at all.
no,
No,
no.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like
the
appointment
solar guys are
reminders,
going to be sorely
confirmations,
disappointed.
appointment setting. That's it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, all those solar guys are going to be disappointed.
Legitimate business purposes is what it's going to be used for.
Yeah, appointment reminders, calling people back, that sort of thing.
Yep.
I can imagine somebody actually calling in and saying, well, we're busy. Would you like a call back at some particular point in time? And you could throw them into a workflow and it could initiate after they hit a certain stage in the pipeline or, something like that. I don't know that you'd be able to have like hold my place in line kind of a thing, but I'm sure you could wire something up. So,
High level is going to build it with the assumption that the laws that are already in place are going to get even tighter over the next 6 months to a year.
and they will.
Well,
Oh yeah, for sure.
it'll probably
Without a
come out
doubt.
around the same time as the new laws.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, one thing I threw into all my bots for voice bots is if somebody's saying, "Hey, like I want to talk to a human," a little thing in there. It's kind of like an explanation saying, no one's available right now. If you want, we can get back to you. But, my job is basically to get all your information. Then I'm going to immediately alert the team through our internal messaging system. Will that work for you? Something along that line.
Yeah.
And I've been playing with it for, I don't know, maybe 10 days. And everybody that I installed it with said that's like an awesome thing. So I probably see, I don't know, two or three people. Like the guy who's the busiest is my windshield guy. There's probably like two or three people a week that'll be like, hey, can I talk to a human? And then the bot just explains, no one's available. It's either after hours or we're on the other line. We'll call you back ASAP. Can I get your info so that when we call you, something along that line. And it's a nice little add-on.
Yeah. Yeah, I wire that in. So in my GPT, if you're using that, it'll ask you, do you transfer calls or not? And it'll also pull the business hours. So if you do transfer calls, it can transfer during business hours if you're asking for the team member that's in the bot prompt. Otherwise, if it's outside business hours, it says nobody's available. Or if you don't transfer, it just says, "Oh, I'm sorry, everybody's really busy, and we'll have to call you back. Let's get that info." So, got that taken care of in the prompt by default.
Yeah, I just make sure I go out of the way to explain, like, hey, my sole job is to just get all your info so that we know, like, when we call you, what the deal is.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, hopefully we'll get all those fields and stuff coming. I'd like to be able to do at least train it a little bit on a URL. That would be good too. And then and maybe even do the conversational booking. We can do that. I think we can pretty much button up the all these other guys. But there are people starting to implement, like Steve said, he had a call. Somebody actually was searching for it and shopping the prices, right? And so they already knew what to look for. And then, I chatted with Dar this week, and he posted in the high level group about going to a Porsche dealership, and they already had AI implemented. So, and I talked to my HVAC guy today, and they're already looking at it too. So, don't sleep on it. You got to move fast. People are starting to hear about it. So, for whatever features it doesn't have, it's got enough to sell it. So, for sure. But yeah. So, see, what other updates has everybody got? Marco, you starting launching your
Thanks for
AI
your
stuff?
prompt, Dan.
Oh, what's that?
I said thanks for Dan's prompt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's just a sentence of a hacked prompt.
Just a
Couple
little bit.
sentences. I don't write prompts.
No, you don't. You always just break the ones I give you, Dan.
I don't build workflows. I don't write prompts. Everybody knows that.
Oh, God. So, Marco, what's up? What do you got going
Not
on?
much. Not much, not much. I just decided to brand the AI employee for the auto care industry. I'm going to start with window tint vehicle wraps, and
Nice.
then move on to like car detailing, auto body shops, tire shops, kind of focus niching down on the auto care industry. At the end of the day, if you can get them at least 4 new wrap jobs, that's like, anywhere from $5,000 to $6,000. So my idea to go to market is, $499, $1,000 setup fee, and just give that solution alone. And if they want to have more stuff, then implement the rest of GHL.
Yep.
But I have, because I've been talking to a couple people, and they're on, there's TintWiz, like in the window tint and there is other CRMs or other kind of tools out there. But what I find is at the end of the day, you know, with the AI employee, you can sell them results. If they don't want to go on the full system, you just create the workflows and inform them either through text or email of their new leads. So they can be on anything. And really the AI employee, I mean, they'll see the reviews, they'll see, the call interaction, they'll see the conversational. And when you get booked appointments off the widget on their website or whatnot, you're at the end, you're generating leads through their AI employee.
Yep, for sure. And really, when they come in on the call, you could, if you wanted to actually extend your service, you could zap it in or run through Make or something like that to push it into the other CRM if you really had to. But you know, easy setup. So cool. Glad to see you getting started on it. So
Awesome, awesome.
that's
Hey,
it.
is Charles still around?
Yeah, he's still on there.
Because remember, Charles, man, you guys were suggesting, I just built out this for my guy in Puerto Rico that has the 5 locations. I built out with the one master account, and I believe there was a workflow action that can copy contact or copy, if I'm not mistaken. So my idea is have him, like Charles mentioned, I'm having the one master account where I connected all of his Google My Businesses and Facebook and Instagram, so I can control the social media side and his reviews on one, and then have every individual store just deal with their stuff. So kind of make the master account kind of like the pool of leads.
Mhm.
So I wanted to see if you guys think, if I make another workflow that they tag when that contact comes in or through the conversational AI or fills out a form, that they know where the customer wants to be serviced at. If they add a tag, can that also copy contact?
I wouldn't do it that way. I would do it the other way around. It needs to
How?
go to, so like if you have 3 locations, okay, location A, B, and C, those leads need to go into those locations, and then they need to get copied from those locations into the corporate. Because all the corporate's going to do is high level marketing. Like they're going to do, this is our brand as a whole. Maybe we open up a new store or whatever. Like they're doing high level marketing. The stores are doing all their local marketing, lead management, everything else. You just need to make sure that those contacts get into the corporate account. So when they want to run corporate level emails across to all the customers, they have that data to do it from the corporate account. That because corporate's going to be doing different things. This franchise, right?
I am helping to go from a 20-year tinter that has 5 locations to
Yeah,
automating. They were still on
that
notebooks and spreadsheets.
that's fine. But this is a franchise.
Yes.
Okay, so corporate's going to have the marketing that they do. Like their marketing department comes up with marketing that they do that is encompasses the entire brand. Each store has their own preset marketing plan, but they can build on top of it to their own liking because they are part owner of that. They own that franchise location. So if they want to run certain promotions locally themselves, they can. So that's why you need to do it all at the location level, and then you copy the contacts up to corporate. That way they can do what they want. They've got all the master data of all the contacts, because they'll use that in all their Facebook ad advertising for lookalike audiences and geo targeting. Like they'll use the living daylights out of that. The sub account, they just need to be able to contact their customers. So all the social media accounts for if they each store has their own social media account, those need to be connected inside of that location sub account, not in the corporate. Because corporate will have their own. They'll have the corporate brand, and then there'll be, Dairy Queen Tullahoma, Dairy Queen Manchester, whatever. Um, they'll each have their own Facebook pages, but that should go into the store location.
Yeah, so you can use the copy contact action, and here I'll show
There
you
you
what it
go.
does. What I would probably do for all those sub
Now,
accounts,
mm,
have all their tags, like basically make sure like everybody's got the same tags all the way across all the accounts. And then you'd have a tag for like when a contact is created, you tag it for that location, like source hyphen Main Street, source hyphen Orlando, source hyphen Miami, whatever, right? And then when you want to copy it to the main account, you can copy the tags along. So then that way you could literally have you know where all your contacts are coming from in the main account by tag, and you could create smart lists for each location. So if you're going to do like what Charles is talking about with like the high level marketing, yeah, and you want to update it if they already exist, that sort of thing there. But like with the high level marketing, you would you could basically like, okay, well, let's tag everybody who came into this location with this tag, send them an email about that location, and then send an email about that location, whatever. And so that way you basically got all that data and you know exactly where they came from in the main account.
now, if that's set up, thanks for the input, guys. I'll do that on Puerto Rico now. He's opening up 3 more, Orlando, Naples, and Miami. Just create, remember, it's, should I maintain US? Replicate what I'm doing in Puerto Rico, but just in the US would be the best kind of way.
Hmm.
My best advice would be to start with one location. Get one
No, no,
location dialed
I
in.
okay.
Get one location dialed in. Okay. Have a corporate account. You'll have two accounts, corporate and one location. Get that dialed in to where it makes sense to both sides of the table because they're going to look at it totally different. Get it dialed in, get all your tags organized, like get it as streamlined as possible. Okay. And then add another, like, franchise is a huge opportunity, even if it's three, four, five locations, it doesn't matter. You can say that, hey, I've done this with other franchises. It's a big opportunity. I would much rather not screw the pooch trying to go too big too fast. I would rather start with one location and say, look, I totally get it. You want to give me your money. Here's what I want to do. I want to make sure that I make this worth your while and I make this a life, years long relationship. Let's start off with one store in your corporate location. Let's get it all dialed in. The great part about that is we're not really losing time because once we get all this dialed in, I can easily roll it out to more locations. We can do a new location once every month or once every 2 months. Make sure that they're trained on the platform. They know exactly what they're doing. Like you don't have no franchise company snaps their finger and implements anything nationwide or across all local. No franchise does that. They always take it store by store, because there's potential for things to go wrong and adjustments to be made, and they'd rather do it on the small scale than the large scale.
Like based on our conversation, I think it was like 2 weeks ago that, or I forget, it was a couple weeks. What I did is I put all the store managers and the owners in one account, connected made the sub account, connected their chat widget. So they started to get all kinds of leads and stuff, and put one number to their Google My Businesses so they can practice using the mobile app and using everything. And they're really blown away. But I like your recommendation, Charles. I was gonna go the 4 at one shot, but it's better to I got them all on one, kind of practicing and learning. Let's do one first, get that one.
We lost Marco. And he's gone.
There he is.
Nope. He'll come back in a second. Wait, come on back in. There you are. He's back. Nope, got no audio.
Can't hear you.
I lost you.
Yep.
There you
froze
are.
for a second. So what were you saying,
Yeah.
Marco?
No, that I'm saying thank you for the suggestion. That I was gonna go the 4 at one shot, but I think I'm like going with Charles is saying, since I have them on one sub account, they're learning, they're booking appointments, they're doing their thing. I was gonna separate the 4, but separate one, and then at least 2 weeks get that one solid in, so it's communicating with the master sub account with the tags and whatnot and workflows, and then slowly incorporate one in the other.
That sounds like a good plan.
And a big headache.
Well, yeah, it's always a big headache. When you got that many when you got locations sharing data and you got to throw that stuff around. I mean, it can be kind of a pain, but keeping everything going
Now
flowing into the hub gonna work.
the
The real fun
$1,000 question.
begins. The real fun begins is whose side do you take? The franchise owner or the franchise company? Because I guarantee you're going to
That's
get caught in the middle of it at some point. Franchise is going to tell you that we want it set it up this way, and that store owner is going to come to you and say, "No, I need you to do this in mine." Guarantee you it's going to happen.
And then each franchise owner will want a different iteration again.
Yep. So you just have to make that. I mean, and that's why you start with one store, so you can get all this stuff ironed out, and you can talk to corporate more. Say, look, what do you want me to tell these people? Because you have to determine who's paying for it. Is corporate paying for it, and then
Yeah.
corporate is billing the franchise location? If that's the case, then
Corporate.
you can easily say, look, corporate's the one that pays me. I have to do it. I get it. I want to be your friend, but corporate's the one that writes my check. I'm sorry, I can't do what you want me to do. Turn in a submission with corporate. That's the only thing I can tell you to do. Like you're
The
going to have to
store
draw a
owners
line in
already
the sand.
started complaining.
Yeah,
The
of course they
store
do.
owners already started complaining because they were slacking. Now that there's something measurable and leads being sent to that store, they're like, they don't like the system. They don't like the recordings. They realized how shitty they were selling when they started hearing themselves.
Yep. Get ready for more of it. I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. I mean, it just is what it is. But no, best of luck to you on that.
No, but I mean, corporate's implementing it, and it's a must for them because he's trying to organize his franchise to his franchisees. Plus, he's investing in opening more, so he wants to have systems and processes in place and get away from the spreadsheets and the notebooks and take a picture of the deposit slip, and not really know what's going on in his different locations.
Yeah. Well, like Charles says, get him to pay for it and then bill everybody. And do it that way. Let it trickle down. Let it roll downhill. So cool.
Hey, on another note, Pat, are you streaming this to YouTube?
Yes, I am.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. You know what? Since like everybody keeps asking me to upload to YouTube and I keep forgetting, Like, let's just see if I can stream it tonight. So I'm streaming it. It's working. So I got it to work.
Really nice.
Guys,
Got to be careful what we say if
$1,000
it's going to
question.
be living on YouTube forever,
Well,
especially if we're talking about customers.
well, yeah. Don't talk about too many. Like, don't expose customer data. Yeah.
Has anybody noticed some issues with OpenAI connections these last day or so?
I subscribe to the status, like the OpenAI status feed, and they've like I've been getting a lot of little emails about minor incidents and issues and API
Yeah,
problems and GPT issues and lots of little things. I've only had a couple of major outages since I subscribed, but there's always something going on.
there is something going on. And today I noticed it's not even responding at all, let alone well.
I had I did some voice AI stuff today, so I know there's of course I'm uh Charles, what platform is HighLevel using on voice? I know it's got to be different than standard GPT because it's way smarter than just
Oh yeah. But I don't know.
because
Um,
it seems like their chat is still running like version 3.5 or something. Their chat's pretty stupid. The voice is good, but
Maybe it's using Gemini.
yeah,
Actually, Gemini is pretty good. I actually think it's somewhat more effective than ChatGPT OpenAI. So.
yeah, I thought what was it that they was it SynthFlow? Are they using SynthFlow for voice?
that sounds right. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
that's what I'd heard, yeah.
So I don't know what model SynthFlow is using, but I mean, and I'm not sure what model they're using for chat, but it seems like it's a couple steps behind. So, but yeah, it looks like right now all systems are operational, but heck, they had, like this is last few days here. So lots of different odd things going on with the errors and stuff, open API errors.
About 20 minutes ago, half an hour ago, I had a whole bunch of errors come up, maybe even 45 minutes ago.
Yep.
Weird responses. Garbled crap.
Oh, nice. Just on chat or voice.
No, chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, chat's been off, like weird and off. So yeah, for sure. So it's enough to make me go to a third party chat bot. So I'd rather not, but it's looking like I'm gonna have to. But anyway. Ugh. So what have you been up to, Tara? What wins and stuff you guys got going on?
Some new clients, onboarding some team members. We've got a few, probably 2 more to take on. And finding the right people is always the challenge.
Mhm.
Building out an affiliate program for one client and building out a lead gen quiz for another, which is quite cool because it's very dynamic. So that's
nice.
exciting. Yeah.
I have not
There's-
even tried the quizzes yet. So you're using standard high level quizzes?
Mm-mm,
Oh, okay.
nah, it doesn't cut the mustard.
Gotcha.
So we're just using survey functionality with workflows that actually put in custom responses given the options they select.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's really, really cool.
Very cool.
But it's a great lead qualifying quiz format that we're using.
I would like to see how you did that. So you're basically adding custom values, or wait, you're using custom values for the responses for the survey, or
So yeah, we're building out in a survey. So you just have a normal survey format. They
right.
pick the response. It
Yep.
records, obviously the system records the response.
Mhm.
And then what we have in the workflows is given their score and their response to certain questions, it will
Okay.
build the email response that goes
Okay. I thought you were
out.
talking like real time, getting responses back real time. I'm like, I got
No,
enough.
no.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We
Okay.
could, but no, I'm not going to go down that path at the moment.
Gotcha. Okay.
We
Makes
want to
sense.
make this as replicatable as possible
Yeah.
for different customers. So
Very
quick
cool.
and easy turn. Yeah.
Nice. Sweet. All right. Well, let's see. Alfonso, what you got going on?
Just going to some networking event tomorrow. Pass out some cards. That's
Pass out cards. Nice.
yep.
Nice. You onboarding review clients?
Yeah.
Cool. Very nice. Awesome. Let's see. And Dave, hey, we chatted a little bit, but you didn't tell me what you've been up to. Dave.
You're muted, Dave. We can't hear you.
Yep. He's muted.
That'll help, wouldn't it?
Yeah, there you go.
Help.
Yeah.
Onboarded 2 new clients. One in the hypnotherapy space. The other one in a medical supplies space. So doing AI automation ads for those 2. I've got my review cards about to be shipped, Pat.
Nice.
So looking forward to that. Looking forward to getting the rest of that set up. Yeah, I'm working on another offer actually. That's going to use UpX and automations and AI. Basically targeting contractors, home service-based business owners. So yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, you got a lot going on. Nice.
Yeah, but
Very
yeah, all good.
Excellent. All right. See, Mike Quack, what you got going on, dude? You've been quiet too. Mike. All right, we'll move to Josh. What do you got going on, Josh?
Hey, there we go. Yeah, I got my been doing good. First office hours I've caught in a while, so glad I could
Yeah.
hop on here. Right now, I'm trying to solve my awareness issue. I have been doing some trade shows and things like that, cold walk-ins, and once I get someone kind of a bit more warmed up to my cards and just my overall system, it's pretty easy to close and stuff from there. But just trying to solve the awareness issue. I'm messing around with some ads, things like that. So lots of exploratory stuff at the moment.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm trying some ads for the AI voice right now, getting a little bit of barely a little bit of traction. I need to start looking at like redoing my creatives. So get a little bit of CTR, not a whole lot of follow through. So
Yeah, I had
reminds
just I
me of
started.
oh, go ahead.
Sorry, yeah, I started with the very basic, just Facebook lead ad for like the bulk of my ad spend, and got about 10 submissions, very small budget, like 50 to 75 bucks over about 2 weeks, and got one to get back with me to like kind of further confirm and have him hop in a demo next day or two, give him like a month free or something, and see how that goes.
Yeah. Yeah, I just never have had a whole lot of luck with lead ads and
What kind of creative are you running, Josh?
It was actually a very basic like Instagram reel I made when I first got my cards, like in October. About 30 seconds, just showing them kind of how it worked. Um, you know, so I'm on camera and just kind of repurpose that. So I think now I could probably take a little different approach, but I do think being on camera is helping versus just having B-roll and like voice in the background or something.
cool.
And those were ads for the cards?
Yeah, for for the card, I show the card and briefly mention the top 3 features of just the AI responsive and how easy it is to get reviews, and then the social media posting from there.
Cool. So you just Instagram or you doing Facebook and Instagram?
Facebook and Instagram, and
Okay.
of all the years I've been doing meta ads, I've kind of definitely have always done a bit more of like a um narrowed in audience, but right now actually just I'm just using their AI advantage, just the top AI option, open having it open wide, and kind of hoping that if it's not going to eventually it'll naturally find people who are interested. Otherwise, they're not going to interact. So I'm kind of doing it that way because trying like right now I'm just local business. I haven't really niched down to like an actual industry. So anytime I've gone more narrow than just like an age and if they like business, it doesn't hasn't panned out. So curious to see
Yeah,
how the
Big of an
audience
audience you're
develops.
running.
yeah. I've always just gone wide open, or at least like limited to age like 25 to 60, and then just English, and that's it. So yeah, as soon as
Yeah,
you
I
start
do
adding
need to
interest, it doesn't do very well.
yeah, I need to scale down. I need to stop mine at 60. 65 plus is really liking my cards from a viewing standpoint.
Josh, how big of an audience do you have?
Um, so I'm just doing all of the United States. I'm not even going geo or anything. I can't recall how big
Okay.
it is, but pretty kind of as out of the box as I could go with it. Definitely open to suggestions.
No, I don't think any of us in here really have any suggestions. We're just trying to, if you're, but figure out like you got some leads, we're gonna go launch our ads, the same setup you have.
Yeah, and like what I'm trying to do is, yeah,
I mean, I don't think any
exactly.
of us in here really are breaking down the bank with our Facebook ads.
Yeah,
Right.
we've got the like on the Medicare stuff that I help those guys with. We've got the Medicare stuff dialed in. Of course, that's easy. It's 65 plus. That's about it. But for business, I've always kept it pretty much wide open. But man, launching those ads this weekend, Facebook will. I think they've got it wired in where they will burn all your money as fast as possible now because everything they want to do variations. They want to do split testing. They want to do AI this, AI that, all the enhanced audiences and everything like that. So it took me longer to turn all that crap off to just get it to go. Like I just want Facebook feed, Instagram feed. That's it. Just do that, and just leave it alone. But you know, I maybe I need to turn it on and let it do all its things. But I somehow think I wouldn't get any better results. So if anybody
Yeah, and yeah,
ideas on
I'm
that, that'd
still.
be great.
You can always
I
split test it, Pat. Do a
yeah,
Yeah,
campaign with and do a campaign without.
this reminds me why I never wanted to do lead gen for people ever because setting
Yeah.
this up, I just wanted to. After I got the ads done, I wanted to go run out in the highway. So,
Right. We have team members that love doing that.
oh God, I can't. Nope, not me. So cool. Let's see. Anybody we missed? Anybody? No, I think we got everybody this evening. Pretty light crowd tonight. Anybody got any other questions on AIs or anybody want to ask Josh about his ads or anything else?
I just put my couple videos that I'm trying to put out before actually going to tell everybody to book is kind of to kind of hit their pain point. So they're watching someone that's a window tinter, that's what they do, kind of working and kind of gives them the benefits of having an AI employee
Mm-hmm.
and kind of telling them just see what you guys think. I'd love to hear your feedback.
Yeah, yeah. Give it a
Dan,
whirl.
come on, Dan. Tell me something. Tell me something. I want to
Dan
make
will
it a
critique it.
critique.
I'm
Or
sorry.
anybody.
What was that? I had a quick phone call I had to grab.
Wow, you got to critique Marco's video.
Is it the same one that was on Instagram?
Yeah.
It's I believe a different one. The one on Instagram was the actual kind of example. This is more of what I wanted to do for
Yeah.
the ads. Is
The
more
the thing that I would do is speed up the voice.
speed it up.
Yeah, it's like, hey, do you want an auto AI employee that works 24 hours a day? It sounds like super robotic and slow. Ain't nobody listening to all that.
Yeah.
You want those ads to be like, I don't know, get to where you got to get in 15 seconds. I like the ad, like the window being tinted and the razor cutting the finished tint and the heat gun and all that. That looks good. That'll keep people going. But like you want to be able to just maybe
Speed Dan's
speed the
pace and then
video up a
you get their
tiny little
attention.
bit and get that audio where it's humming.
So the flow of the sound of the person isn't like more kind of robotic or kind of like a lazy voice. It's kind of, I think, more of an upbeat voice would go better with it.
I think all you need to do is wherever you edited the video, okay? Like I'm assuming your video editor can pull the audio
Mhm.
out of the video. Just speed it up. Now that'll speed the background music up a little bit. So like, if you can actually pull the voice out separate in like your
Right.
editing program and just speed it up and then maybe speed up the actual part of the window tint. Because ideally, like here's the thing too, like not only do you want people to pay attention, but you want it to be fast enough and deliver enough information that hopefully people have to watch it more than once to hear everything. Because once that happens, then your video starts tracking and getting more views and like getting viral. That thing, just because of the way the voice is, my personal honest opinion, people are gonna bounce. It's just a little. I think the audio is just too slow, or the narrator.
The narrator. Yeah, no, I actually agree with you. I thought it was a bit slow, but it was kind of lagging. A lot of the that I was kind of going towards a lot of the window tinters or owners of shops are kind of more kind of like dudes, kind of like this. But yeah, it's better, I think, crisp to the point and get them to click.
Well,
Just
the other
because
thing
that's what
too
they're
is
like,
if it's
it
if
doesn't
it's
mean that's what they like listening to.
but if you speed up the whole video too, right? Make it more like, like 1.3 or like 1.5 times speed, just because there's more like parts of the process changing. Like, okay, you're applying the soap to the window and so everything sticks. Then you're putting the tint down and then you're smoothing it out. Like if you switch if it's just faster and you see them switching between parts of the process faster, every time there's a cut, you have a better chance of keeping people engaged.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how long is that video?
I believe it's 40, 40 plus. I believe, I forget it off memory.
So can you rip the
But yeah, I think,
background? Can you rip the background music out of it?
yep.
All right. Delete the
Like I
background
said,
music, delete the background music, turn the speed up to like 1.3%, then re-add the background music. Try it again. Maybe even go up to 1.5 to where that voice sounds like somebody be like, yo, you got an auto tinting business and want to listen to phone calls? Like, as opposed to, do you have an auto tinting? Like, I mean, it's like right then and there, people aren't going to listen to it. Especially that style video, which is like a reel and like a TikTok. You got to figure how fast are people going to, scroll. You know what I mean? I mean, that's my opinion.
no. That's I like to hear different opinions, and I like that. Speed it up, I think would be good. It's actually, I think, because it's so hot right now. Like that video got me, I think it's 500 and some views in a couple of days by just putting it out there.
The only other thing I would do too is maybe add like at the top of the video, like a static text bubble that calls out tint shop owners. It stays there the whole time. Because if
Mm.
somebody's listening to it on mute, you know what I mean? That like that might keep them there to read the captions.
Good stuff.
Yeah, Marco froze.
Oh, again? Damn it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on that then.
Thanks, Dan. I lost you there for a minute, but I got it. Thanks.
All right, guys. Well, with that, I think we will cut it off. It's been at just about an hour, so small crowd tonight, but good stuff, good info. Thanks, Josh, for the ad stuff. Thanks, Marco, for all the info on the uh, the reels and stuff like that. And so, yeah, we will see everybody next week. And then, Dave, if you want to message me, we can jump back on real quick and figure out your redirector problem. So, all right,
Pat,
yeah.
Thanks a lot,
real,
guys.
real, real fast. Sorry. Do y'all have a timeline of when the cold email is going to be added to the membership portals and everything?
I thought it was already there.
I saw
What
it.
cold
Yeah,
emails there?
yeah, it should be if you're in the community, you go to the learning tab, you ought to be able to grab that there.
Oh man. So I
Yep.
checked. Sorry, I always get portal dot and member dot when I bought the review
Yeah, so the member
Genius.
stuff, yeah, the membership page will have like the review genius content, and then the learning tab has just all the extras that we throw in there. So you guys should have that, or if you don't have access to it, I'll make sure you get access to it.
The cold
Um,
outreach one.
Yeah, the cold outreach, and then we got the cold calling snapshot too.
Yeah, they're both in there.
Yep.
And that's at portal.highlevelfreaks.com.
Yeah.
Yep. Should be.
Oh, okay. So there's AI freaks
Yep.
space and then review genius. Got it. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. Thank you.
All right, you got it. All right, we'll see everybody later.
You have a good night. Thanks.
All right, bye.